That's all she does. That's what
So
Vicky's
much
job
fun.
is.
Yeah,
Vicky's
some fun
job. Vicky's
concert.
job is to go to concerts. That's what she gets paid for. Yeah. That's her job now. Is just go to concerts. Yeah, that's it.
David, how are you doing? We haven't seen you for a while.
I'm good, Adam. Yeah. And yourself? You do realise, of course, that Stephen's already started recording.
Oh yeah, we haven't run the intro yet. We just started the show. So
Oh,
is Vicky
sorry.
at the concerts?
Wait. I haven't posted the.
Well, you should post. I mean, the
You
fans
didn't
they
tell
miss
me.
you.
You didn't tell me.
I know. I like it this way.
Yeah, sometimes the surprise. Wait,
Surprises are the best.
3.
Yeah, and we already have a whole bunch of people watching, so you know Dawn is
3,
watching because
and
Dawn
4.
misses you guys when you're not on.
Guys,
Dawn has made that very clear to us.
It's been so long.
It's been 2 weeks. It's been a fortnight.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You like
So
saying
today-
that.
A fortnight?
very
Well, that's
British.
because it is
Yes.
a fortnight. When I used to do
Yes.
business in Australia and the UK a lot, I remember that's what they would say. We'll do it in a fortnight. So I got so accustomed to saying that. It's a fortnight, not 2 weeks. It's a fortnight.
Yeah. That's how we were.
And then when you read
the other
history
English-
books, and then when you read a history book, it talks about fortnights. It doesn't say whatever. And I got first-degree burns from Burt Bees. Thanks, Burt Bees, from using one of their peppermint things on my lips. Yeah. So that's
For
been
what?
fun.
For what?
It'll keep you quiet.
Burt Bees is like you're supposed to keep your lips moisturized. So I used I used this one because I bought a pack, right? Because I've used them for years. But I used this one. It's called Beeswax Lip Balm, and it has vitamin B and peppermint. So whatever's in this literally gave me first-degree burns on my lips on Wednesday of last week. Like if you look at the shows, I look worse than now. Now I look like I just have blowfish clown lips. And I was pussy and everything. So this is a much
Come
better
on,
thing.
tell the truth that you did Botox.
Botox.
You did Botox.
No, I'm not
Or
that
maybe
shallow.
something. Or maybe you went to your friend, the plastic surgeon.
Fillers.
Come on.
Fillers.
Why don't you
I got
say the
fillers.
truth?
But anyway, so then I emailed Burt's Bees, and Burt's Bees says, "Oh, you should go, if you think it's an emergency, go see a doctor." I'm like, "No kidding, you idiots! I mean, I know it's not going to. There's nothing they're going to do. So you just have to.
Well, they'll say to you have to take a couple of paracetamol. That's what they do in Holland.
There's nothing.
You
Not going to
break
give
your
you
leg, go to the doctor, a couple of paracetamol should be okay.
Yeah, they're not going to give you Silverdene. Silverdene is what you put on burns because it's here. It is what it is. It'll just take a couple weeks to heal, so it's not a big deal. Then Burt's Bees sends me an email that says, "We'd like to give you a gift certificate to get more Burt's Bees." I'm like, I'm going to stick with the vanilla Burt's Bees because that doesn't do it. But I'm thinking to myself, how many other people have gotten like these little first-degree minor burns from their stuff because of whatever the ingredients is in their
nobody,
because
nobody
love
talks
Burt's
as much
Bees,
as you
love you
do,
guys,
Stephen,
but
so nobody talks as much as you do, so they don't use their lips as much. So that's what.
Okay.
Use the lips for other things.
Time to start the show, maybe, or
wait before you start the show. All of the girls that remember me, do I look familiar to you? Anyway, please start the show, Vicky. You'll think about that one. Go ahead.
I don't want to.
Let's rock and roll.
Anytime now, David. Hey, David, anytime.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
That was fun.
Yeah. I've just seen the title of today's show, Adam, which are called Traveling.
The title is Traveling because I've been traveling for a month now.
Yeah, one of the
it's
big
not the end yet.
One of the big problems of traveling is you get chapped lips. Did you know that?
There we go.
Really?
So, yeah.
What do we do about that? What do we do about that?
You have to put some sort of balsam on your lip.
Oh, here we
Really?
go. The only time that my lips get like this when I travel
What
is I
kind?
go to Vegas. Burt's Bees.
Yeah.
I would recommend it, but don't get the peppermint, whatever the hell I got that gives you, burns your lips up.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And they were going to be a
Unless you want
sponsor,
that
but
look.
apparently not
So,
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, unless you like the blowfish clown look. Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
So I had meetings this weekend, and I had to be on conference calls. And the first thing people would say, because one of my partners made sure that everybody knew I had my clownfish lips. There's and look at Steve's lips. And I had to go through 15 minutes of that. So yes, I've heard all the jokes since Wednesday of last week. So there you go. So there's not much
wear a mask.
shocking.
That's all we can say is today's burning topic is traveling and watching out for all those chaps on your lips.
Oh my God! Unless you're in Key West and you're just
that's
watching
my
out
problem,
for the chaps
Dave.
on the
I was thinking about you, Vic. That's what it was.
That's my problem.
You can see yourself also here.
We can see you in the mirror behind yourself, trying to figure out what's going on.
It's a glass. But you can see David because it's flipped.
If you were on mushrooms right now, that would be awesome for you.
Well, if I would be on mushrooms, I think I would be like that. I don't know. I haven't taken mushrooms.
Neither have I. I've eaten them, but I've never taken them. Anyway, so what are we discussing? We're discussing travel. What kind of travel are we talking about?
We can talk about any kind of traveling. We can talk about the literal traveling. Like,
you want to talk about space travel and how Boeing's leaving?
No, because I don't have many experience about space traveling.
Time traveling. Did you see the picture that's going all around the internet?
Also, time traveling is a problem.
Of the 400-year-old painting of the guy with a pair of Nikes on.
Well, in fact, it is time traveling because when we speak about our past, we travel in the past, don't we?
Oh,
we time travel
in the past. So we travel with our mind. Thinking, what happened when I traveled? Where did I go?
We live in the past. We move towards the future, but we live in the past.
We don't live in the present.
No.
Well, the present's gone already.
Yeah,
it was here.
So
it's gone. We're always the past is here, the present is here, and the future is there. So it's that.
It's a bit like lip balsam.
Stephen is becoming Adam. Stephen is becoming Adam slowly.
It was here.
You're listening to what I'm saying. I like that.
I read books too.
Because you have said it like 1,000 times. And, the Romans were saying that repeating something is the mother of learning. That's why I repeat.
In which case, I've learned a lot about lip balsam then today.
Oh, my God. David's going to be gone at the end of the week for a fortnight. And can I tell you, the office
You're going to be traveling, David?
He's going to be on holiday for 2 weeks.
Where are you traveling to? So let's start.
We're going to Lanzarote.
Lanzarote, okay. It's the Canarias Islands.
One of the Canary Islands.
Spanish, it's...
But without the Canaries.
A bird island.
Yeah, it's Canaries, yeah.
Okay.
There are several islands you can go to where there's lots of budgies to be seen, but this particular island is one of the Canary Islands, but without the
Canaria. It's not that hot. It's only 23 degrees.
Yeah,
it's not. I thought 76.
Yeah, I thought it was. We have here like 30.
You got 30 something. You have, yeah.
Oh my God! We've got the same temperature. Why you travel?
It was.
So we don't travel only for the weather, right? We travel also for the.
We travel for the
sights.
Experience. For
the experience, for other kind of.
And to get away from the mundane life, and the pain that it brings if you use a particular form of lip balsam.
Wow. All right. So the show today is called Burt's Bees Lip Balm. Got it.
Lip balm.
Well, in your case, it's more like napalm as opposed to
napalm. Yes, apparently it's like napalm.
So you're using lip.
And I didn't even get to go to Hilda's house.
Smell of lip
balm in the morning. Yeah, I didn't even get to go to Hilda's house of pain to enjoy it. I just put it on one night and woke up the next morning. So there you go.
Yeah.
The guys on the cigar show were nice enough not to say anything, so no one's actually noticed.
They probably didn't notice.
I watched the videos and I'm noticing and going, holy moly, look at this.
Well, I wouldn't have noticed it if you hadn't have informed us, but that's
okay.
just comedy. That's comedy gold, that is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if you don't make fun of yourself, then you can't make fun of other people. So that's how I look at it. So let me roast the three of you, man. So there you go. And I make fun of me.
I'm sure if I showed up with duck lips, I would never hear the end of it from either one of those two.
Actually, that would be the new logo for the station.
Yeah.
I figure with everything you and Rachel do, like those masks and everything.
Vicky in real lips. Is that what we got? Is that what the IRL is? Ooh, Vicky in real lips.
My lips are quite thin, so maybe I should try some Burt's Bees and see how it goes.
There you go. I can listen. I can give you the one that makes your lips blow up if you want, and you can look like a blowfish. So it was like unbelievable. It was really
Adam,
bad.
you got to get control of this, or it's not. It's gonna go.
I have no control over myself. How can I control this? I can't control anything. But on the other hand, because okay, I came from a traveling. I went to the Cyclades Island, right? Like 10 days I was missing, and every day almost somewhere else. And it's magical. I mean, guys, you have to come to the Greek islands. I haven't been Cyclades for years, and they have been more and they have more and more tourists. You can not believe, and it's September already. With the queen of those, of course, because I took a. There's a very nice thing that you don't have to go to Athens to travel to the island from Crete. You can take a fast speedboat jet. And in 5 hours, you are from Heraklion in Crete, to Mykonos. But Mykonos is in the center of Aegean, and this ship is making a stop to Santorini, which Santorini you have heard. It's the volcano.
Sure.
I mean, this one is probably the most. And we'll talk a little about the over tourism, over hyper tourism.
Let's talk about over tourism.
Because we'll talk about that too, because I have to tell you. Because Santorini is very, very touristic, it's very touristic even in the winter, I think, because the Chinese
because everybody wants to go and photograph the church, that one church.
Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful sunshines, but it's the whole place is magical. It's a volcano, there's a new volcano coming up there, and you can see. And even if the boat you're passing by, I mean, through the port, and you're watching this, it's already impressive. And then the boat was going to another island called Ios, which is a nice Cyclades island. The Cyclades Islands are quite dry, and they have problem with water also because of over tourism. There are many problems that arise from over tourism, hyper tourism. The biggest problem has Santorini, which is very, very touristic, and the next one is Mykonos. Those two, because Crete is big island, so you don't feel it that much. But those are small islands, and you can feel the traffic. You can feel even September now. How many people? And I was talking with people who are living and working there, and they say it's unbelievable how many tourists are coming. And the people they know that they are gonna come and they're gonna meet a lot of people. Sometimes there's traffic from the port, which is from the city in Mykonos, like 3 kilometers or something like that, and it's traffic. In an island like that, with small like there's traffic, they have to wait from the port. I mean, I don't know how many hours it takes them to go to the hotel or to the old city.
Barcelona and
Barcelona
Barcelona. There's a couple places in Italy that are saying
Barcelona, Venice. Those
Venice. They're all saying go home. They're just saying go home tourists.
Well, they've done that. That's the thing, because they're now complaining that Mallorca, Ibiza, they're saying, "Oh, please come back," because nobody's bothered to turn up, because there's been such bad press about it.
But so, I have been to Barcelona in 15, I think, and now I think it's worse. But already in 15 they had problem with tourism, so now it's worse. But imagine a small island like Mykonos having 2 million tourists every year, and those 2 million tourists, they come in 2-3 months maximum. 2 million.
That's crazy.
I mean, the population there is 30,000. I mean, the workers, the people who live, 30,000, and they get 2 million. Crete, which has 600,000 population, has 5 million or 6 million tourists.
Wow,
that's
crazy.
5 times.
Yeah. There are people traveling because, like, Vicky goes to Korea and they don't even realize she's there, but that's okay. Because Korea is a big country.
Oh, they realize.
They go, "Ooh, Vicky's there." And they go, "Ooh, very excited." But it's just
press, whatever.
The press covers you. You're a star. We understand. But when Vicky goes to Korea's not telling tourists to go home, because not everybody goes to Korea. It seems like all of a sudden people have extra money and they want to go to these islands that the influencers take pictures of, and then when you get there, you realize it's not that. Yes, Vicky?
It's interesting because this trip I'm going to Jeju Island, which is the Hawaii of Korea. So it's kind of a little tropical island on the south, right off the south coast. And they've actually dealt with a lot of environmental issues because there's so many flights there's a flight from Seoul every hour. It takes you half an hour to get there. So with all the pollution from the planes and the cars and all that kind of stuff. So now the island is basically, it's like all electric cars. They've got windmill farms everywhere. So like they've taken steps to kind of combat that because they need the tourist money. Like a lot of these places tell all the tourists to go away, but that's their main economy. And once that's gone, they become ghost towns. They don't have any other way to support themselves because
that's happens here in Crete too. There are places which are ghost cities later.
Yeah.
Or Mykonos in winter.
The issue, of course, is not so much the tourists because or not the package tourists, like on package holiday. The problem that the Spanish have in particular is that a lot is all Airbnb because all these places,
here.
Yeah, all these places are all being built, all been bought up by people who've got a little bit of cash, and so there's nowhere to live for the locals, and where they do have somewhere to live, the prices are extortionate. And
some of the Airbnbs they stop like September, so they offer for rentals from September to June, outside the season. So this is good for workers which change. They don't live actually in the place where they work, like education, like professors, teachers, like in the army, because we have people in the army. They need the professionals in the army. They need to find a place to stay, to go to their base in the army or the school.
That seems to be the big issue.
Or doctors. There are some doctors who work, but they need also for the whole year,
Yeah,
I was going to say they don't work.
And this is what's happening
all the season.
This is what's
the
happening
teachers,
in Barcelona.
they have vacations.
So
Jeju Island,
pistols, squirting water at the tourists.
Yeah, that's fine. They should squirt water at, especially the female tourists. That's fine. So Vicky, on Jeju Island in Korea. So
Jeju Island.
No Juju. I'm a Jew, so it's
Juju.
Juju
is my dog.
I'm Jew. Anyway, so on JJ Island. So it's electric cars, windmills. So how are you? So when you go there, what's the size of it? How many people live there, and why they are not like Korea proper?
Well, why do you live anywhere, really? But I mean, it's Hawaii. It's paradise. It's a beautiful volcanic island, and it actually used to be like Australia. It was their penal colony back in their middle.
Vicky's just going because she doesn't know what penal colony means. Okay, go ahead.
I read it wrong.
Okay, yes.
I got confused.
There you go. So that's very cool.
Their main city's got 1 million people. So I mean, it's not. You drive around the island in about 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6 hours.
Okay.
It's not tiny, but it's not huge. It's got one.
From the map that I'm looking, it's 1/4 of Crete, so it's much smaller.
Okay. In relation
and more people live there than in Crete, because from what I see, it's one volcano there, one mountain, right? And we have many mountains.
There's one main, the tallest mountain in South Korea is on I almost said on Crete, on Jeju. I'm not awake yet, just so you know.
Okay.
The biggest mountain there is on Jeju, and there's I don't know, like 30 cones. They have there's these big, they call them orums, or these big extinct cones all over the island, and people climb those, and they have a lot of UNESCO World Heritage sites there for certain ecological things. There's like caves there. There's caves with bats. It's like a fascinating natural preserves and everything there.
And is it international really cool destination, or mainly Koreans go there?
It's an international. It's an Asian like honeymoon destination. So a lot of people go there. Like we go to Hawaii. It's kind of what they do there. And there's actually Stephen would like it. Actually, it's probably more David's place, but there's a sex park there where all these statues.
Hold on. Keep going.
I know.
JJ Island. I'm booking a jet right now.
JJ.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to call my boy to a jet. Okay.
Jeju. Jeju.
Jeju.
Jeju. Jeju.
J-E.
Jeju, that's how they call it. Jeju.
Jeju.
Oi, Jeju.
We'll look it up.
In Polish, it would sound like Jeju.
Yeah. Yes.
Because in
Tell me
Polish,
more about the sex club on
Jeju.
the island. They have a sex club
Or
or a
Tell
Jeju.
me
sex
about
shop?
this
Not a
sex
club.
parties.
They have a sex club? Big sex club? Do I need to? Why
Like
don't
if they got a million, a
Is it a sex
population of a
island?
million,
What is it?
the chances of them having
I think-
a sex club and a strip
Steven,
club.
it's a sex
Probably.
island. You
I
get
think-
off of the plane and suddenly you
Yeah.
have sex. I don't know with who or what, I don't know. But you have just
That's it.
when you
Outta here.
step your foot
That's
on the
what's like
island,
the-
you
yeah.
suddenly make sex.
The lips
Or
are
you
good
have
for that.
orgasms coming from nowhere. I don't know from where.
Wow.
It's
All
just
right.
for
I think
just
David is all of a sudden
from
changing
welcome.
his trip from the
Yeah.
Canary
He's
Islands
changing his
to
itinerary.
Jeju.
No,
Maybe-
I just think as soon as, what did they give you? Free lip balm or something on the plane?
No.
Yeah, they give you so you have duck lips.
Probably.
Duck
So,
lips,
so
yeah.
you're ready
Yeah.
to rock and roll, but
You're ready to go. Your
But
lips
wait,
are
so Vicky, now I have
puckered and
I have
ready.
questions because Vicky's going to be traveling and she's going to Sex Island
Yep.
by herself.
Yes.
Yeah, because
So,
Jeju
Vicky,
is
are you going-
Korean sex
I'm not
for
going by
sex.
myself.
Oh, who are you going with? Are you going with a boy or a girl?
I don't want to say this because Steve is going to make it weird.
doesn't
but
matter.
My brother is flying over there.
Who is? I didn't hear who's
My
going
brother.
with your brother. Okay, well, we'll just move right along. They must be Catholic. So you know what they say.
It's a,
Flying
So,
over
it's the so-called family destination
It's a
sex
family
island.
class.
It's a family
Yeah.
sex island.
family-
Well, it
it's a
sounds
family
It's
like-
not
sex
it sounds
for
island.
I am
you
from
go
the
with your
South,
mother,
so-
with your father, with your
Keep it in the
brother,
family, guys.
with your
Keep it in
son
the
if he's
family.
bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Listen,
it's something like
remember,
that.
she is from the South.
You're just
and to her
careful
point-
not to, you know.
It's not anything weird. Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
remember, Vicky is from the South, and when husband and wife divorce here in the South, they're still brother and
Yeah.
sister. So I
They're
totally get
Still
it.
related.
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
They say
Now, is your
insurance
brother
security.
going with you for the whole 3 months, or is
No,
it just you on
He's
your
just we're gonna spend Christmas there on the island. So he's just coming.
And
for
then-
Christmas.
Right. So are
own? Are
you
you staying
dressing
on
as Santa
your
or?
whole tour?
Hmm?
Are you on the island the whole time you're in Korea, or are you just going to be there for the
No.
holidays and go back to proper?
just for Christmas. Yeah,
Okay, so you're going to be like where you were last time, close to
I'll be
North
in
and
Seoul
South
the whole
Korea.
time, and
Okay,
then he's coming over for.
gotcha.
We're going there for Christmas.
Okay, so that's a little
Yes.
different. I thought you were going to
Yes.
spend like 3 months in Love Island. So
No, I have been there before though, and lived to tell the
Really?
tale,
How was
so
it?
This is not my first trip there, but
ah,
amazing.
So you're
That's
not a
where
virgin,
I
as they
would.
say.
That's where I would.
She's going again, and
Huh?
it's not close. She needs to travel. How long? How many hours you have to travel there? And how the plane
From
is going?
Seoul?
Is it going from LA?
No, she's traveling from
Yeah.
South Korea to get
I'll
there.
I'll be in Seoul.
Yeah,
already
but
when I
how
go to
she's
Vegas.
going from
Austin, she's rowing a boat. She's gonna get in a little rowboat.
So
and
it's
she's
gonna take
do
3
this.
months by boat.
Yeah,
I
there
mean
you
the
go.
whole
Yeah, or on a
by
bicycle.
foot
Yeah,
swimming.
that's possible.
I'm
That's
assuming
quite possible.
she's gonna fly. She's gonna fly from Austin or Dallas
I'm
to
gonna-
LA and LA over.
Wink.
Yeah, I dream of genie. So who are
I'm
you
gonna
flying? Air
quantum
Korea?
travel.
Korean Air? Korean Air?
I fly Delta. Woo, plug sponsor.
Delta.
Delta from
Where's
Houston,
Korean
from Houston to Seoul.
From Austin to Seattle,
LA.
and then
Oh.
over the.
Seattle. So it's
Very nice.
Pacific.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah.
shortest way because that's we're talking about the other side of the globe, right?
Right.
For you. And
Korea's
for me
beautiful.
too.
I've
Yeah,
been there
that's-
several
Well,
times.
they're
I like
already
it.
on the other side of the
14
globe, aren't they?
hours?
So it's
Yeah.
easy for them.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, 14
I
hours.
like Korea. Korea's beautiful though. The people are friendly.
Have you
the
been
food,
there,
the people.
Stephen?
I've been there several times. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I like Korea. I like it a
Not
lot.
to Sex
Yeah.
Island though, but he's been.
You see, you've missed the
Now-
best.
Now, well, because I went there for
Now that
business,
you hear
and
about it, you
now
didn't
that I
know.
know about
Nobody told you.
now that I know about Sex Island, I've already
It's
texted
a
my
well
travel
kept
guy.
secret
and
that
I've
everybody
told him
knows,
I need
except
a
Stephen.
flight. I need not anymore. I need a flight to Sex Island, and I need I'm gonna stay on the ocean.
If you didn't
and
tune in
have
today,
sex.
you wouldn't have known. Like,
I know. Thank God I showed up for the show with my blowfish lips. So thanks, Bert Bees. So that's very cool. I never knew about Juju Island. I got it right, and I said it right.
Jeju Island.
Oh,
Jeju?
Yes.
Why can't it be Juju? I like
Jeju
Juju
Island.
better. I like
Juju.
Juju. The Jews are going to own it
Jeju
sooner
is
or
a whole
later.
different
I'm gonna buy stuff.
connotation. If it's
You
bad
can call it
juju or
Juju. No, it's not a problem.
Yeah. Can Americans buy property?
Juju in Korean means good sex, but Jeju means sex. So
Okay.
you're
Wait.
more
So
advanced.
can Americans buy property in South Korea?
Yes.
Well,
I think yes. Why not?
I think
we're
you've got
buying an
enough
island,
prop-
kids.
Ready to go?
buy property anywhere if you've got the money, I think.
All right, we got the money. We're ready to go.
Please
Making a
buy an
phone call.
Airbnb
Yeah, the
down there.
money.
Buy an Airbnb for me, Steven, so I could live in it.
No problem. But then you can go
Buy
you can
some
go to South Korea.
Airbnb, and so that
Yeah.
the Koreans have problems with their rentals, like we have now
I will
here.
tell
We
you.
cannot
I will
find
tell you.
concrete houses for people
I
because
will
they're
tell you
all
something
gone
interesting.
Airbnbs.
We get a lot of people that ask us if we are interested in doing developments with them, real estate. I mean, we do have a real estate arm, but not
Oh my God.
like to do a development. But I say, what's the real estate? And they'll be like, well, you can either do this, that. But really what it is, it's like, some of these hotels, when you're not there, they rent your room out, right? Because it's like how you make income.
Timeshare.
So I'm like, right. Well, not timeshare, because you can go whenever you want. It's not blocked out dates. So it's not a timeshare. And I was like, so tell me more. So really what they're doing, to what David said earlier, is they're really building these condos or hotels, and they're almost trying to make them an Airbnb. So it's like I'm the owner, and I'm like, oh, I want to spend 3 months a year wherever. And the rest of the time I don't want to be there, I can just rent it out. And I'm like, that's just, yeah. And I'm like, as much as I understand the concept and I somewhat like it, I would rather, if you're going to invest in real estate, it's either going to be, let's invest in an apartment building and, a condo, something that we're going to turn around and sell. I don't want to own the box to rent. Because then there's other issues with that.
Yeah,
and I don't want people
just a
sitting in
thought,
the
of
house.
course, of somebody else using your toilet for 9 months.
Well, yeah, I
puts you off
wouldn't
a
say
bit,
that. Yeah, it's like,
You know what I mean?
yeah. So it's very different. So everyone's
Yeah.
doing that. And then, so my question now really is, when you talk about tourism, is it a bubble? Is it going to keep going, or is at some point people are going to be like the new next best thing?
We're traveling more than ever.
Yeah, but there's a reason.
And especially the pandemics, after the pandemics where people were closed up in
I
their
think
homes.
people now think, let's do it now because it could, we could have another pandemic, bird flu or something, which is going to close half the world down.
Because every country now, all the West has become more expensive. They are spending less. There are more people coming, but less money.
Right.
They're spending less money.
Oh, so
there's a trend in South Korea now too, well, I don't know if I should say it's there because I've read about it. It might be all over in travel, but there's they used to sell more what they've moved now to is experiences. So people go there and they want to do things where they dress up or they spend money on the experience, jumping out of an airplane or whatever, and so they're spending less money on shopping. So they're not buying all of the consumer goods and taking them back as much. So they're losing money in retail. They're not buying the tchotchkes, but they're buying experiences now. So that's like the new hot thing where they're spending all the money. So a lot of
everything is an experience. Everything, even if you buy a new TV, it's an experience that you will have experience.
There's less consumerism when you travel.
To the social media, do you think, to the experience? Because you buy.
I think it's the YOLO thing that you're talking about, where people are like, "F this! I either might die tomorrow from a pandemic, or they're going to close everything down because of a pandemic, and I'd rather jump out of an airplane and see what that's like than go home with some face masks or something like that."
Yeah,
so
like somebody did on their show. But here's my other thing. I know you might have, yes, because you and Rachel did a whole show on that. Here's the interesting thing, though. Here's the interesting thing. I think a lot of it has to do because people have no life. That's number one. Number two, they watch Instagram or they watch some travel video. I have a friend whose brother-in-law and their sister, they are travel vloggers, and they make a living going around the world and showing stuff.
Yeah, there are a lot of people doing that, like nomads. But
I have a friend of mine who actually travels with his family, and he'll be like, "Oh, I saw this. I'm going to go check. We're going to be in this country. We're going to go check it out." And he always laughs. He goes, how they show there's like 3 people and there's nobody there and then blah, blah, blah. And I go, yeah. He goes, here's what it really looks. And he sends me a picture and like this beautiful serene forest that supposedly has no one there but 4 people. When he's there, he's like, there's 5,000 people. You see no forest. You just see trees. It's the same to your thing about the port. It's going to take me to go 3 kilometers, 6 hours. Yeah. It's kind of like Dubai. When we stay on the JRE side, which is the seaside, to get to downtown, which is like 5 kilometers, could take you an hour or 2 because of traffic. So if we stay downtown, we can walk everywhere. So what happens is with the over tourism, I think, forgetting the experience, people are they see something like, oh, I want to do that, or I want this. And now airlines are making the airfare so cheap to go You can literally get it. You can travel anywhere for like under $1,000. Anywhere
You know
in the
what's
world.
funny?
Yeah.
My ticket's now 3 times what it was in February. 3
Really?
times more expensive. Yes. I don't
3
know what
times
the
more
hell happened
expensive.
this fall with airfare, but it went.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
because
Well,
the
yeah.
price of the oil, but 3 times
Oil's
No,
down.
it's not.
big.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
simpler than that. It's the fact
Vicky.
that more people are traveling, and so
Yeah.
therefore the prices are going up.
The algorithms are
Yeah.
doing what the
No, it's
hotels
not
do. They're
only
charging
that.
you
There's
more.
a lot of things.
Yeah,
The whole West has become expensive. But my question
That's
is,
true.
okay, so you're on the island there in Korea.
Love Island.
How much do you pay for a normal meal for 2? I mean, so that you can eat,
Well, she's
that
on her
you are
own,
good
so,
with some drinks. Let's say 2 beers or 4
Would
beers.
you
I
you
don't
go
know.
Dutch with your brother,
Or-
or is it like a like?
Well, they're still married, so.
How much do you pay
Well,
there?
yeah. You could get, well, the island is okay because it's more touristy, so you'd probably be 20 USD a person. It's just
$20.
food in Korea is cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Just the
It's
prices
food
of
for
Greece.
$5.
In a carton box or something. Is that why it's so cheap?
But, I
Here,
mean,
you
you
need
can go
also.
all the way up to luxury meals. Like we're staying at a resort because it's Christmas. So this, resort's got all this high-end dining and stuff, and you can spend,
Turkey,
a lot of money if you want
Christmas
to.
pudding.
But I'd say you could get away with $20 USD a meal for dinner
The same
or
in
lunch,
Greece. The
breakfast,
same in
But
Greece.
for two people, $10 a pop.
per person.
Yeah.
Per
Oh,
person.
per person.
$10.
Yeah, that's 40
No,
euros
20.
then.
Look at
20
David doing
for
that.
each, right?
About.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
same,
you can.
the
There's
same
a
price as
gamut.
like
Like
here. But here,
yeah,
here
that's
with
average,
we
probably.
went once now with a friend to one island called Syros, which is the small island, but it's the let's say the capital of the Cyclades.
Right.
And we
Uh-huh.
went to a restaurant by the beach, and we ate a plate with many fishes, like octopus. It might be many different
Mhm.
kind of. One bottle of wine, salads, like 2-3 salads, plus something else like potatoes, maybe. And it was like 55, I think, something like that. But it was fresh
Mhm.
fish, so that's a good
Yeah,
deal,
and the
I think.
alcohol and
And I'm saying,
sure.
I'm saying by the beach, right? You were in
Literally
10
on the
meters,
beach, yeah.
5 meters from the sea.
Mhm.
Very nice.
So it's
Yeah.
and good food, good
I
food.
like it. Well, I'm happy Vicky's going to try. So when do you leave? I know you've been talking about this Korea trip because you go every year for like months at a time looking for a husband. So when is this trip?
Husband is looking for her. She's just showing up.
Somebody's looking. She's just she's
I know,
she's
Adam. Where is he?
7'3" over there.
I don't have a height hang up. I don't care. But anyway,
She just wants a man.
He always teases me.
She
'Cause he's like, I'm looking for my short husband.
Well, no, she just wants
Yeah.
a man. He can be between 18 and 118. She doesn't care. She's like,
Just
okay,
don't be,
let's
yeah.
go.
Just don't be a psychotic murderer and don't have duck lips, right, David?
Can I, okay, two things. Let me
That's
just say this
the
right off.
one.
Let me just
Count. Hey,
let-
that's me out on both counts then.
There you go. Yeah. Let me tell you, Vicky, your expectations are quite high. I think you need to lower your standards.
No, it's not quite high.
need to lower
How
that
many of them
bar.
are serial killers
Yeah.
or have
Oh,
a duck face?
Listen, until they find the bodies,
in
they're
Korea, I
serial
think.
killers. Yeah, until they find the
True.
bodies, they're not
That's
going to.
true.
That doesn't count. So now, how long will you be going? And when do you leave? When do you leave the U.S. and go to the land of the rising sun?
Oh God,
Rising
no.
Sun is Japan, I think.
I know. I
That's
want to see
Japan.
who else.
Boy, don't
do
make
that.
those mistakes because they are getting angry. Because if you say
Who?
call a Japanese
Don't blame
Korean, they
me.
get angry.
Oh, the Taiwanese and Chinese are
Um,
all like. Anyway, go ahead. So I'm just trying to controversy.
Steven's not us. Just so you know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I don't know.
David.
Us
David.
with the double
David.
S, you mean?
Yeah, David types things below that I'm supposed to say, so he types everything that I say. Anyway, so when are you
Is that
leaving
what
for
it's
Korea?
happening?
That's what's happening.
I
When do you
live in
leave for Korea?
October.
Do you really? It's coming up. October when?
Yeah.
But what's the weather in
I don't know
October
if I
there?
should
Is
release
it
that because people might be waiting for me. No, I'm just kidding.
No. On Love Island, you need all the help you can get. So,
More worried about people
true.
squatting your
But I like
house if you, when
traveling.
you go in October.
I like traveling in the winter because there's a lot less people.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
For most places.
But you cannot.
I don't have to.
Do you
with
swim?
my-
Do you swim in the sea, the ocean, or sea? It's sea
Well,
there.
only if the plane crashes.
You can. October, it's warm enough. I could, but I don't. There's things in there that could kill me, and so why would I go in there?
What could kill you? You mean the
Pollution.
sharks or
The
something?
pollution from
Whoa,
all the
there's
oil
pollution
companies.
there?
Yeah.
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 Oh, we don't
That's
have those
true.
things.
Well,
here.
Vicky does in real life with Vicky, and when she travels to Korea on our channel, she posts her IRL stuff, and a lot of it's pretty cool.
But Vicky, this Korean society is
but-
quite. I think it's quite in my mind. I don't know. You can correct me. It's quite conservative. I think no.
Yes. Yeah. hmm
They are not
I
too
would say that's
expressive
very
to
true.
the others. Like here, it's total different. I think. For example, I don't know. Are there nudist beaches there?
Love
Because we
Island.
have sometimes not even. I mean,
But
we don't have organized. We have sometimes organized, but in general, Greece is not so organized. Or there is organization in the chaos, in the Greek chaos. But the first you see is the chaos. But then you see some organization, and so there are like beaches, and half of the beach is like for family, other half, if you want, you go there and you're nudist. If you like, there's no problem.
they don't have that, but they do have jjimjeolbangs, which are the baths, the spa
Communal.
bath kind of thing,
Right.
and you can, there's lots of
Get your kid
public
off, basically.
community baths, nude, baths there that you can go to,
What's that called again? I have
like
to
the
write that down.
onsen.
So-
Yes, jjimjeolbang,
public-
exactly. They are not
you're being
co-ed, so sorry, Stephen. It's a
Never
bunch of
mind, not
dudes in
going
there
there.
with you, but
Going
You
to
have to
Love
be
Island.
are you public spirited then by taking all your clothes off? Is that what you mean?
am I public spirited?
Yeah, well, that's what you're saying, that you have to be public
David, she does it
spirited.
she does it every Friday night on 6th Street here in Austin. It's no different. It's just she's doing it in Korea, but
I
they don't know
mean,
her.
yeah, you don't want to know about
Yeah,
my
but it's
New Orleans
different.
trips, but yeah, no, it's different. But yeah, so that
New
would
Orleans
be
trip.
the most. But
Yeah,
you don't know what
How many
happened.
beads do you
I need
have,
some
Vicky?
beads, Stephen.
I know, I'm aware of how that works. Yes.
I know all
So-
about Bourbon Street now. I'm an expert.
Mm,
So
yeah,
we went to
but yes,
Mardi
I
Gras
would-
there once, talking about traveling.
me too.
And a friend of mine had
Mhm.
his suite was one of the balconies on the actual.
Oh, really?
And I mean, I've seen it on TV and I didn't think it was real. And he'd be like, "Oh no, wait!" And so they had literally like a meter high of beads, and they'd be like, and girls, "I want beads," and then they would whatever, and you would throw the beads, and
Yep.
I'm just like, "This is unbelievable." I
What
was just like,
beads? What beads? What's this?
so Mardi Gras, the way you win, Mardi Gras is one big party. It's like
Yes,
Carnival in Brazil, except they're more open. In Mardi Gras, what happens is they have a parade, and all these drunk women, for lack of a better term, will be there, and they want beads. So the girl, I guess, who has the most beads wins. And then I
What
don't know when it
beads?
started.
What is
They give
this?
you like beads, like green beads
fun.
to wear around your neck, like a
Ah,
necklace.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
then-
So what do you?
Yeah.
But
what
is
do
this,
you win
is this
then?
a student thing? Is this
No.
student
This
thing?
is
It's
anybody.
general.
Any
This is
between
okay.
18
My
and
mom
a
did it.
million. Yeah.
But is
okay.
it
Yeah,
a
so-
kind of tradition?
You're all women.
And tell your mom.
Mardi
tell your
Gras.
mom-
I've heard it so
Thank
many
you.
times. I've seen. I know, but I don't know. Is it tradition?
Yes,
Like what?
it's an annual
Yeah.
tradition, and what
And it
happens
finishes
is
with a big orgy, or what?
it's kind of. But anyway, what happens is that the girls will see you on your balcony, and they'll be like, "I want beads," and I don't know when it started or how it started. And someone must have said, "Show me your boobs," and that's so when girls go, "I want beads," you're like, "Really?" And they lift up their shirt and you
Beads
throw
for
them
boobs.
Beads for
Yeah.
and that's I don't know how it started or
It's going to be
when.
the name of my next show on the channel.
I don't know how it started, but I know how it ends.
Yeah, and that's it. So, yeah. And we've met, and we like,
It ends with not remember anything or pretending not to remember
Yes.
anything,
A weird
Mardi-
tattoo
Until
and a
the next
redone
night.
over is how it usually ends.
and all over. It's the 10 days the same thing.
But here's the good
And you
thing:
go back
Steve
home
Jones said this.
to get some sleep because the vacation's becoming too like mine. Because okay, my traveling is always like kind of mixture work with vacations with traveling all together.
Uh,
So it's
No,
kind of
Mardi
tiring.
Gras is a fun
Nice,
experience. If
it's
you've
a
never
hard
done
life,
it,
Adam.
you should do it. You should do it at least once. It's not something. It's like going to New York City for the dropping of a ball. We did that like back in the '80s when
I
nobody would
dropped my
go.
balls, so don't have to go to New.
Whoa!
It was-
Calm down there. big
Was
guy.
it more wild at the time? Back at the
No, no.
time, or
Come
is
on.
it
Back in the-
more
back in
wild
the-
now?
less wild.
It's crazy.
It's less
crazier now.
wild now, or
Yeah,
then?
it's crazier now because there's more people. Back in we went in the '80s. It's sort of like it was you and like 5 of your best friends. There wasn't a big production. It's like, the ball dropped. Yay, kiss, let's go. We got things to do. Now it's like they start filming. When I lived there, it's like, we knew where to avoid, and we would go to parties wherever. So our driver would pick us up, and we'd have to go to this bridge around this way because they close off the whole city, because there's 500,000 to 1 million people there to watch it. So it's become like everything else. It's become this event to say you were there. And then, as you know, between all the television stations now,
hold on,
they have
but
live
just backtrack
bands
a
and
bit,
events
there's
as well.
500,000 people who want to see somebody drop a ball. Is that what you're saying?
That's it. Welcome to New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could drop a bollock for less than that.
No one wants to see that, though, David.
No one wants to see it, though, David. They want to go to
Well,
Love
who
Island.
knows? Who knows? The 500,000 could be queuing up right now.
There you
Who
go.
knows?
But anyway, so it's a very interesting thing. And really what ends up happening after New Year's, we come home from a party like at 2 a.m, you're driving, you see all these people just throwing up on the street because they're all just trashed, so it's like, that's nice.
Everybody's
like,
pavement, good old pavement pizza.
Technicolor
Do you know the crazy thing about people throwing up, on the street? There's always carrots in it. It doesn't make any difference if they've eaten carrots or not. For some reason or another, it seems to be like there's always carrot in street pizzas.
That means that carrot is not a food that it's not easily digested. That's the first thing that we can say about it.
Even if you've never eaten carrot, there's always carrot in your soup. Guaranteed.
Where here, when they come to Crete, especially in Malia, when the young British people come, Malia is is the most famous destination for young people, and they get wasted very easily. And you can see those guys, down on the streets, like vomiting and stuff, and wasted, and now they're carrying those, and it's girls like dancing on the higher tables, they're naked almost. I mean, they were, but there's nothing down there, and you can easily see it, and just go and
you can
clap.
See next week's washing is what my mother used to say. I can see next week's washing.
We like your mom. Anyway, guys, the show is almost over. Do we have any final things we want to say to
what final can you say about those things?
I mean, with David, you never know.
That's just the start. We didn't say. You see, this is the biggest topic that we have actually to talk about experiencing happening in the sex.
We've been traveling through a sea of experiences.
Here in Crete, there are gatherings also for swingers, like once in a year. They're booking a hotel and only swingers go there. Or there's another. There's one. There's a big hotel that is for naked people, for nudists. They're walking in the hotel all around naked.
Yeah, but see, that's bad when you go to
I think they're going naked also. I haven't been there.
No, barbecues are worse. Trust me. I mean, really.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I don't know the staff. I think the staff is dressed up. Because how else?
No, you don't.
It's all.
I went to a place.
I do hear that everything hangs out.
Really?
No, we went,
even the staff.
I went to a place in Jamaica, and
I met the director of the hotel. He was like Adam, the Old Testament Adam.
Okay.
And I was talking to him naked. I was naked. And we're talking about business.
Now, next week you'll have a baby. Congratulations. But no, I went to a hotel that half of it was normal clothing and the other half was naked. And so when you're on the beach, there's like basically just a little rope that separates it. And it says, don't let your children look, you go. So I was there and I was just looking over, and everyone I saw naked, I was like, I don't really want to see any of these people naked. They were not like you would think. It's not like in a porno movie where they all have like great bodies, or not even the men, none of them. And I'm just like, I'm good. Just go back over here.
Please cover that up.
Please cover that all up.
Yeah.
It was.
I can go to the grocery store and see meat and two veg. That looks better than that. But there you go.
I was not whatchamacallit. I was not impressed with the thing.
I mean, I would think about because I sunburn very easily.
We know what you think about. We know what you think about it.
That would be a painful sunburn, is all I'm saying. That would be areas that don't get much sun. It would burn quickly. Like, you've got to have some SPF 50 on your meat and two veg.
I tell you, that happened to me when I lived in Greece as well. We went. That was quite normal. That was back in the late 80s, but it was normal then that people would go in the afternoon with young people and spend the night on the beach. And the first time we went, like, everybody just took all the kit off. So like my ex and myself were just thinking, well, like we felt odd because we weren't naked, and I tell you that there are places that the sun had never found on my pink British body before, and it was really painful. So beware. The sun
Look,
gets everywhere.
because the sun is already very strong. I don't do sunbathing. I never do, because you can get
It ages
tan
you.
in the shade. Actually, that's the best that you can do, and still you need sunscreen anyway.
Yeah.
Here at least.
Here's the problem, kids. Everything is going to kill you. Enjoy your life. Okay,
Not
you're not going to
everything.
live forever. Everything.
Only one thing is going to kill you. We don't
Sex
know
Island.
what.
Well,
Sex Island is going to kill me. That's
Well,
what I'll be in traction
that's
for a week.
pleasant death. It sounds like a pleasant death. You
That's a
get
good- that's a good
fulfilled
way
all
to
the
go.
dreams.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what else is going to kill you. I am, because I'm going to put the credits
Yeah,
up
going
to the
to
next
glitter.
show.
Before you do
Kill
that,
the
hey,
show.
everybody, thank you for watching and listening. Adam will be. Are you back next
That
week?
was a
Adam?
light. That was a light. Next week, because one of the island that I went, I met a friend that I helped her with, because I went to close to the first island. I went to close my exhibition, the one that I showed 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And it went very well. I met a lot of people the last 2 days. It was
Congratulations,
very
Adam.
nice.
You
Yeah.
deserve
Very
it.
beautiful people. It was
Congratulations.
very, very nice. And then I went to the other one with my friend was preparing her exhibition that it was starting next week, which I didn't see the opening, but I helped a little. I've seen the work.
My God, that lip perm is working.
And we might probably next week have her here on an interview.
Wow, Vicky, you better be here because
Yeah,
you're the only artist.
actually, look,
Other than Adam.
because you need to show her work, because it's really high quality work, very big works, abstract painting, oils, and she had very good critiques from Brick Critic here, and I bought one artwork.
Nice. Well, we look
And
forward
just
to
before
having
we
her.
go, Adam, what's the name of the lady?
Anna Maria Papadimitriou.
No, stop making things up. What's her real name?
Anna Maria Papadimitriou.
Sure.
That's her
Whatever
name.
you say.
Papadimitriou is the last name. Anna Maria.
Sure.
Well, unfortunately, I won't be on the show.
It's not 100%, because I don't know because she's also working as a teacher here.
Teacher, those kids don't need to learn anything. It's Greece. They're fine.
It's the first week, so
they don't need. Listen,
the first week is a tough.
What grade does she teach? What grade does she teach?
Difficult.
We could do this show later just for her. What grade does she teach?
Lyceum, high school.
High school. Those kids are
studies.
Those kids don't know anything.
Bigger
they don't care.
Students.
Yeah,
older.
That's all right. Fine. They're done. They can get rid of her. She can come on later if she has to. We'll adjust the live show just for you because Vicky wants to sleep in anyway. So,
I'm on holidays, so there you go.
Yeah. So David doesn't care because he'll be at Sex Island in Korea.
Canary Sex Island.
I should be letting my canary roam free.
So next week, everybody will be on an island except you, Stephen.
I'm always on an island, my friend.
Yeah.
You are the island.
I am the island. Yes.
Love
the island.
Yes, Duck Island is on actually.
Yes, I'll be on what you call it. I'll be on Blowfish Island. Thanks to Burt Bees. Guys, have a wonderful week. Adam, is always good to see you. Vicky, we'll see you in about 10 minutes with Sturman from the German. Don't forget to subscribe and like everybody. Adam will be back next Monday live, hopefully, and he may have a guest.
With something more heavy, maybe.
Oh, no, very
because
happy.
If we talk about art, it'll be more serious. We have
very serious. Very serious.
We need some light.
And this wasn't serious then?
Yeah, this is okay.
Well, this was more serious than others.
That was very Sex Islandish. I liked it.
Yeah.
What's more serious than that?
Bye, everyone. Enjoy your travels.
All right, everybody. Cheers. Don't forget to subscribe and like.
Bye-bye. Stop making things up.
Jeju now is going to be known as Sex
We'll tell her
Island.
the real